Yvone Kakinia. I'm 16 years old and I'm in Form 2. So it all started like this. I was living with my uncle. Then he went to night shift and I was left alone. So at night there was a robbery in that plot. So they just entered the house. So when I had like that one, I closed the door to my bedroom. So after they stole that room where I was sleeping, it had so many things, fridges, they were in there. So when they came to take those things, I discovered one of them. I knew him. His name was Bob. So I was like, Bob, how can you do this? So when I knew that, I was just thinking, and then I just continued sleeping. So I just wanted them to steal, and then they just leave me like that. So but they did not steal. They tried to wake me up. I did not wake up, but he realized that I was not sleeping. So he grabbed me. And when he grabbed me, the others were taking things outside. Then I started fighting with him, but I could not at that time. So when I became a sister, he called other 4 of them. But he's the one who left me. Bob was the one who left me. And that's what I knew. So my uncle came next day because neighbors had called him. And they did not take me to the hospital. So when he came, he was a doctor. He asked me if I wanted to go to the hospital, but at the time I did not want to go to the hospital because I never wanted anybody to know. So he told me to treat me in the house. So I was treated in the house, I stayed with him. So the question was, if my parents come, how will I tell them? Even him did not know how he would start telling them. So we kept quiet with him for that time. So his wife came back. After some times, my parents, they were about to come back. So he asked me to tell them, but you could not do that. When we came back, I found that my parents had separated. So I did not want to torment my mom. So we just kept quiet with my uncle. We stayed like that, and then it was last year. Last year, that's when I realized that Bob was not really, he was really free. Because they were arrested at the first time, he was free. Then I called my uncle asking, how comes Bob is free? But he told me, no, what Bob was free, but I can't do anything. Then I told me, no, that guy raped me. He told me I cannot do anything. The only thing I can do there is just let him. I don't think he can come for the second time. So Bob, when he came back, he started threatening me. Because when I went to visit my uncle again, we met. And then I told Bob, have you come to rape me for the second time? He told me, no, I have not just come to rape you. But this time around, I'm going to kill you at the same time. So I just took it as if it was just his jokes, and then he left. So something that made me to be angry is when they came back to be friends with my uncle. So I left, I never talked to any of them. At the same time, my parents had separated. My mom was alone, she was sick at the same time. She has license. So I did not want to tell her anything. Since 2006, I've lived with that thing in my heart. Me and my uncle and his family. They are the only people who know this thing. And my dad, he just knew in 2007. So I could not tell my mom at the same time. It was just between the two of us. My mom did not have a job. So I had to rely on the relatives to pay my school fees, everything. So my uncle was the one who was doing that. So I did not have any choice but to go on with this plan. So this year, I just went to visit him again. Bob came that night. I don't know if it was a plan, but I can't understand it. When he came, my uncle was not even, they had gone out with his family. So we were just the two of us, me and Bob. He just came to the bedroom, and he told me the last time I reported him, but this time I want to be able to report him because I was just alone, and now he could do anything he wanted. The neighbors, the house is too far with the neighbors. So I just look, and then I said, this time around, no one is going to rape me. And that's what I said. That's what I promised myself. No one is going to rape me for the second time. So when he tried to rape me at the first, I just looked at him, and then I said, I want to negotiate with him anything. We talked everything he wanted to say. So when the act was just about to happen, that's when I realized that I had gone to classes, so no one is going to rape me. When he came near me, I had to push him behind. But at the same time was stronger than me. So I tried for the second time. For the time, that's when I pushed him behind me, and then I started to run. When I reached at the door, he was already at the door. So there I had to think of what to do. He was behind me, so I had to use my elbow. So I used my elbow this part. So after that, he knelt down. When he knelt down, I beat him on the neck. Then I opened the door, I closed from outside. Then I ran away. When I told my uncle the next day, my uncle never believed me. Although he found him in the house, but he never believed me. He told me that it was all my doing. I wanted to separate their friendship. I did not report anything. He just went back home. That's the only thing I told my mom. I told my mom, you know what, mom, many things are happening. But if it's family that matters the most to you, then I love to leave the house. So my mom was at the same time hungry. At the same time I could look, my mom was sick. I did not want to stress her. So the next day I was at school. I could not concentrate in school. I went back home. I was given a leave out. I went back home and I told my mom, you know what, Mom, I want to leave this thing. Let us leave everything behind and let us continue. So something that has helped me is the church. I knew God. So I decided that I'm just going to serve God. I have to forget everything. So I give thanks to Madam Sigler for the classes because I've learned so many things. And for now, I'm just saying that no one is ever going to trick me again. No.